we are two of the nursing students that got to go on a trip to India for our entire month for our senior nursing trip. It took us about 36 hours to get there, so we had a lot of time to think about what we were getting ourselves into. And I can remember on the last flight, we were flying into Calcutta, and I was looking over the city, and I remember thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, how can I have an impact? So I remember as we were flying over the city, and I was just praying to God and thinking, all right, I'm going to India, Lord. I don't know exactly what I can do. I am a nursing student. I don't understand a whole lot about the culture, God, but just help me learn whatever you want me to do. And the first 24 hours were literally like a whirlwind. It was just crazy, everything that we experienced. It was like ultimate culture shock. We had the opportunity to work with Mission of Mercy Hospital, which we spent most of our hours working in, as well as a feeding program, blind school. They started churches and education programs all over India. I can remember, along with working in the hospital, which we did a lot of, we also had the opportunity to go into these villages and work in these clinics. And so then we would do medical care and screenings there at these villages, and it was a really cool opportunity.
And I think overall we felt welcome being there, and we were happy to be there, and we were happy to do anything to help that we could. One story that we like to share is at the end of our walk through the village, and we were just playing with the kids. This woman came over to me and this large group of us, and we were just standing there, and she came over and just grabbed my arm, and she pulled me, and we don't speak the same language, obviously. I don't know if she spoke Bengali or Hindi, but she just pulled my arm, and she motioned me to come with her, and she'd seen me playing with the kids and laughing, and so I went over with her to this woman who was sitting on the floor, and she was holding this young boy in her arms. She was on the ground, and he was probably 6 or 7 years old. And you could tell he wasn't able to stand up. He had a deformity called club feet, where his feet were turned inwards. She didn't speak. She just smiled, and she pointed at me, and then she pointed up to the sky and looked up, and then she pointed at the young boy. And so without any communication, I knew that I was supposed to pray for this young boy, for healing for his feet, so that he could be like the other children and get up and play. I knelt down on the ground next to this woman and her son, and I just began to pray out loud, and I prayed that God would heal him and that God would give him strength as he couldn't stand up, and I just touched his feet, and people started gathering all around, and by this time now there's a crowd all around us, and we're down on the ground, and I just kept praying in Jesus' name that he would be healed. And I don't know how much the people could understand. I don't know who their God was, and I don't know anything like that, but it was just an amazing experience to be able to pray to Jesus and have them open up and want us to come in and offer them the hope that we have. We still believe that God is powerful and that God can do miracles, and I was praying so hard that God would allow this boy to stand up and walk. But even though we didn't see him stand up and walk right then, I'm continuing to pray for this little boy. His name is Vicky. I truly believe that God can heal him, and and that those people were able to see just the difference and the hope that we had in Jesus as we prayed.
It just really made me realize, like, if we put ourselves out of our comfort zone, and if we are willing to say, hey God, I will do whatever you want me to do, like, this is not my life, this is your life, God. And so I just realized that I just as a nurse, like, what I can do as far as helping people physically and then also helping them spiritually.
Something that I came back with to the United States was just really to seek joy from the inside of you and seek joy from God, because as these people had God and Jesus within them, they were happy. And so happiness does not depend on, material things such as what we drive or where we go or our friends, and we really need to, I was challenged to find true joy and happiness and show it and outwardly be happy and joyful because of what God has truly done for me.
So thank you so much for letting us share a little bit about our story. There's 25 other nursing students that also went around the world, so I encourage you to ask them or ask me later. We'd love to show you more stories, because really God did some amazing things. God is powerful, and God has a heart for the people of India, and I think we saw a little bit of that heart. And so anyways, ask us, and we'd love to share you about our stories. Thanks.
Thank you.
Everybody here's got somebody to lean